I'm Whitney McLeod. I am a physical therapist assistant and an essential oil educator with doTERRA. And I'm so glad that you're able to join me today for my class on supporting your mood with essential oils. I'm going to try to add Laura in again. Hopefully it'll work this time. Should. Let's see here.
Yay! Hi.
Hi. So I think I got it figured out now. So for those of you who are joining back on, this is Laura. She is a physical therapist, a women's health coach, and also an essential oil educator with doTERRA. And she's joining me today to teach this class to you. So everybody's popping on. I'm seeing some people join in.
Yes, awesome. It is so great to be here. And thank you, Whitney, for inviting me to be here as part of your class. It is so awesome. This is something that I'm really passionate about, talking about essential oils and mood. So I can't wait to dive in.
Yes. Okay, so a little bit of backstory for me. I actually started using doTERRA in 2014, and it was mainly for pain. And then at the beginning of this year, I had reached out to Dr. Laura, and she became my mentor and kind of taught me a lot of things on the way to get me ready for where I am today. So I'm very thankful for that. And I've actually really started using essential oils more for like the emotional and mood support. So I wanted to just kind of hop on here today and teach everybody some good things about these oils and what all they can do for them. So I'm very glad that all these people are joining and that I'm going to get to educate everybody.
Yeah, so nice to see everybody pop on. And if you guys have questions, type them in the comments. We would love to help and support and answer as we go through the class.
Yes. Okay, so a little bit about why aroma impacts mood. So our brains are designed to soothe and protect itself. So when we inhale essential oils, the aroma meets the brain in our olfactory bulb, which is actually known as the emotional brain, and that triggers a series of chemicals. So for example, lavender, whenever you smell it, it triggers serotonin, which has a relaxing effect on the mind and the body.
Which is so cool. I love that it affects your neuroanatomy that way. And there's a couple techniques on mood support and what you can do. So one is inhaling right out of the bottle, like Whitney mentioned, where we can just smell that and it really helps with our serotonin levels and relaxes that mind and body. You can do a palm inhale, which is really easy and simple. You can either put a drop right into your hand like that and then just rub it together and cup your hands over your nose and mouth and inhale deeply. So that's one of my favorite ways to do it because you can do it anywhere and it's just really nice to get that aromatherapy. You could even put that on the back of your neck or your shoulders. Oh yes, so Rosalind says she does that with peppermint all the time. Yes, it is so awesome to have tools to support us when we need it. Another option is to use a diffuser. So you can add anywhere from 3 to 10 drops of an essential oil to your diffuser and let it run. So this is a great option to do at your desk when you're working or in your home, or especially at night when you're going to sleep to support you, because those aromatic benefits can be enjoyed for hours and you can get that support. So you could do something like lavender and frankincense at bedtime to help calm and soothe. I have a diffuser going over here that I keep in my office. You guys can see the mist that comes up, and it's really nice because there's a lot of toxins and endocrine disruptors in candles or air fresheners, and they can affect our hormones and be carcinogen. So it's really nice when we have an essential oil that we can do. You can also just make a mist. So take a little spray bottle and spritz that essential oil into the air instead of the Febreze or Lysol or things like that, to just have something like that on the go. So in your car, or you can mist, use it like a perfume. We just want to avoid the eyes. We never want to put essential oils in the eyes, but this could be really nice. Say you've got a cranky little one, you could do a little bit of lavender, maybe some lemon, some type of citrus to kind of help with that. And then also on the skin. And this is a really great way to do it too. You can apply the essential oils believe it or not, to the bottoms of the feet. That's a great place to apply our essential oils because we have some large pores to allow for quick absorption. The back of the neck is a really nice one. They're going to absorb readily into your skin. And for some people, you want to use a carrier oil like fractionated coconut oil or any organic oil, maybe an almond oil, jojoba oil, something like that, to help and dilute your oils for sensitive skin. So we're talking about with babies or kids, or something like peppermint for some people can be a little bit sensitive. You can do that too, and you can basically just put it where you need to. So say you're having anxious feelings or something, or maybe your child's having anxious feelings, you can do a little massage, you can rub that into the neck and shoulders or down the spine, all really great ways to use our essential oils. And something like peppermint has a very cooling effect. So if you were having a high body temperature or just feeling warm or flushed, you could put the peppermint on to help support you with that too, which is really, really nice. There's so many options. And I just want to quickly say that's why we really want to be diligent with this type of essential oil that we're using. So we're not talking about essential oils from the health food store. Unfortunately, there actually is no regulating governing agency that regulates the quality and the purity of essential oils. And so they can write whatever they want on that bottle of oil. So you want to make sure that what you're using is safe. And how you can do that, there's a couple telltale signs really quickly. If you don't see the scientific name on that bottle of oil, that's probably a diluted, adulterated oil. About 98% of the essential oils that you see for sale are going to be adulterated or synthetic or made in a lab that you can't fool the body, which is really interesting. The body can tell if it is a fake synthetic fragrance versus a therapeutic oil. So that's one quick way. Another quick way is it safe for internal use? Is there supplement fact on your bottle of oil? So a lot of times the stuff at the mall or the health food store, it's going to say not for topical use, for aromatic use only, do not apply to the skin. If you, not for internal use, if you start seeing all these warning signs, that is another sign that you are using a fake synthetic fragrance. So we want to avoid that. And then last but not least, your essential oil should smell a little bit different each time that you inhale it. When you go to the store and you smell all these different bottles of oil and they smell exactly the same, that's a chemical, that's a synthetic fragrance. Versus when I have my bottle of doTERRA lavender, it may smell just a little bit different than Whitney's bottle of lavender because plants like us, like we all have a different DNA, but we're all humans, that plant, and even if it was derived from the same batch, that different chemical molecular makeup is going to be a little bit different with everybody. So that's a quick way to tell if you're using a fake oil. And I think that's really, really important because we're talking about a pure therapeutic grade oil, and I don't want you to waste money buying oils at Walmart or the health food store expecting the same results. So that's a really important thing that I just wanted to chime in with that as well.
Yes, so leading into that, I have some of my favorite oils for mood support that I want to share. So the first one is lavender. Lavender uses sadness, it soothes anxiousness, and it induces sleep. I use lavender daily for anxiousness during the day and then, of course, sleep at night. It's a really good one.
Mm.
And then next is frankincense, which is the king of oils. Frank is really powerful. It promotes relaxation, it can ease sadness, and it's very grounding. And one thing that I love about frankincense is that when you add it with another oil, it actually like kind of intensifies the properties of oils. So like if you added lavender and frankincense together per se, then you would be getting a better benefit just because it's such an amazing oil. And then we have peppermint. Peppermint is one of my favorites. I love it. It's energizing, it clears the mind, and it's invigorating. Um, I love to use peppermint right before exercising. Just doing a drop on the tongue, it really makes a difference and helps me get through those workouts where before I kind of would lack that energy. And I've noticed how much more energy I have when I use peppermint. And there was actually a study done in 2008 by J Neuroscience that stated that peppermint supports cognitive performance and mood. And then lastly, I have lemon. I love, love, love lemon. I use it every day for multiple things, but it can ease sadness, it can calm anxiousness, and it can clear thinking. I really love to diffuse lemon with um, lavender, peppermint. Lemon's one that I have in my diffuser all the time. I really really love it. So those are some of my top ones for mood support.
They're great. They're great to have on hand. And lemon, there's some interesting research about lemon too, reducing anxious and sad feelings when used aromatically. And there's power in plants. I think that is so fascinating how there's a lot of scientific research and literature on the efficacy of essential oils and getting that boost and how they can affect our mood as well. Yes, lemon's great for cleaning, very detoxifying. Awesome. You can clean your whole house with some lemon and some white vinegar and some baking soda. It's really nice as a non-toxic cleaner. And Goo Gone, actually, too. If you have kids and you want to get gum out of their hair, anything like that, that's a really, really nice one to have. And Whitney was so awesome. She posted a handout for you guys that is in her group, which is so amazing. And so you can see that there's some crossover, there's some synergy, that the essential oils work very nicely together. So like for calming, there can be several oils that can help with calming, like lavender and frankincense. For invigorating oils, peppermint, or any of the citrus oils, like Whitney said, like lemon, which we love, very invigorating, very uplifting as well. Both of those, the peppermint and the lemon, the mints and the citrus oils are really powerful. And then for relaxation, things like lavender, even lemon. So there's a lot of overlap. And what's really beautiful about the essential oils is they bring the body back into a state of balance with that. And there's a really nice handy chart on that scan document here in the group that goes through a bunch of different emotions. So whether you're feeling anger or fear or grief or sadness, you can look that up and you can see an essential oil that you could use to support you and have on hand. And we know that stress affects us and the world's not going to change. We have to change our response to that. And so carrying around something like a bottle of lavender in your pocket or diffusing oils can really help support your mood. And there's been some interesting research studies about that too, even diffusing in hospital settings, how it helped to calm the patients, but it also helps with the employees that are working too. So that's a really awesome thing. So you want to check out that scan document for sure and those resources that Whitney has so generously provided for you here.
Yes, so there's also some lifestyle changes that you can incorporate on top of using the essential oils. So first of all is diet. So increasing your intake of whole plant-based food and avoiding processed foods as much as you can. And to go along with that, I'm going to say water. I love water. I drink so much water. I have for, yeah, I've got my bottle here. And I love putting oil in water. Especially like Laura was saying, if it has the supplement fact on it, you can add it to your water. Some of my favorites are lemon. I actually love peppermint in water. It's very refreshing. Um, and then gut health. So there's been some recent studies done that have shown that a healthy gut flora can actually improve your mood, and incorporating essential oils can promote digestive health while encouraging beneficial bacteria to flourish. And then we have exercise. So moderate exercise 3 times weekly can reduce sadness and improve sleep quality. And I already talked to you about the peppermint, how I like to use it when exercising. And then sleep is a big one. So 7 to 8 hours of sleep per night is what supports our mood and focus. And that's a lot. I know there's a lot of people out there that don't get near that, and I used to be one of those. So I definitely will say that lavender was one of the first oils that helped me the most with sleep. And I diffuse it nightly with a few other oils, and then I like to use it topically. So, like Laura was saying, putting it on the bottom of your feet or rolling it on the spine. And then I actually like to add it to baths also. So I do what we call a detox bath. You can just take like half a cup of baking soda and a cup of Epsom salt, and then add in your oils there, and then just put them in your bath, and it's pretty amazing. And then lastly, hormone support. So both men and women experience hormone imbalances at some point, and there's associated health challenges that come with that. And frankincense actually supports the endocrine system, which is where your hormones are released from. So frankincense is definitely another one that can support you in that area as far as hormones go.
Yeah, those are some really great tips. And that's the big difference too, is like you could do a drop of frankincense under the tongue every day, and you can't do that with oils that you get from the mall or the health food store. So quality and purity really do matter. Rosalind was
Yeah.
asking, how much do you add in your water?
I usually just do a couple drops. That's usually the max for me. Some of the citrus oils, like wild orange, I'm not a very big fan of some of the other citrus oils that we have, but lemon and peppermint are my two favorites to do in water. And I just usually do a couple drops.
Yeah, I love that. I usually will say like a drop per 8 ounces of water, but some people like it a little bit stronger. My husband loves wild orange oil in water, so he'll do a little extra.
Yeah.
But it's totally to your taste and what you like
Yeah.
the best, which is good. And we'll cover a
Mhm.
little bit of safety precautions too, because that's important. We want to be using our oils safely. Essential oils are very, very safe, especially when you're using a pure brand. But it is important to note that you never want to put essential oils in the eyes or in the ears. We don't want to do that. They are very highly concentrated. They're about 50 to 70 times more concentrated than herbs. So being cautious with that. If you were having eye discomfort or ear discomfort, you can go around those areas, around the ear or around the eye. You just never want to put those directly inside those areas either. So that's just kind of important too. If there's ever a sensation that's uncomfortable, maybe you put peppermint on and it's too cooling, or for example, oregano is a hotter oil, you always want to dilute with those. So if anything ever feels uncomfortable, just add more carrier oil, like a fractionated coconut oil, and that works really well. Say accidentally it all happens to us, we put peppermint on, maybe we put peppermint on the back of our neck and cool us off, and then we forget to wash our hands and we touch maybe near our eye. So you don't want to rinse with water because water and oil don't mix. But again, you want to grab that carrier oil and go around the eye, and that will pull that out and calm it down and feel really good. And citrus oils, so like our lemon, like wild orange, those types of oils, they can have an increase in sun sensitivity. So you wouldn't want to put those on and then go directly out into the sunlight because it could increase the probability that you could burn. So I usually tell people give it at least 12 hours. If you're using an oil like lemon for emotional support, I usually think of the citruses as they're really great to help if you're feeling down and low and you're kind of in a funk. You could use your citrus oils. They're very energizing and invigorating and helping you with that, which is really awesome. And I really go to like lavender or frankincense for anxious feelings. So if you needed that for emotional support, put it on the bottoms of your feet or just an area that wouldn't have direct sun exposure. It's getting a little bit colder here in West Texas, so we don't have to worry about that quite as much, but just something, especially when we're thinking about summertime or being out in the sun with that. So Rosalind says she'll have to try it. Oh, she hates water. Yeah, we got to work on that hydration, and putting oils in water can make them taste really, really amazing and is helpful. Yeah, oregano is great for that, Rosalind, or melaleuca. Oils can do a lot of different things, right? They can support us in a lot of different ways and to have on hand. And we're just kind of scratching the surface with what you can do for oils for emotional support. This is an intro class, and you can definitely dive deeper and check out that handout. There's lots of great information there for you too. And I was briefly going to speak a little bit about how to get started with essential oils. If you found this information helpful, what Whitney was sharing, what I was sharing, we would love to help and support you. And the way that doTERRA works is it's kind of similar to a Sam's or a Costco, where it's $35 and you have access to the wholesale prices. But what's kind of nice is there are starter kits, and if you actually get started with the starter kit, it waives that $35 fee. And then there's some really awesome freebies and things going on this month that is really, really helpful. I wish they had these, to be honest, when I got started with doTERRA. Rosalind, you're a good girl. We encourage commenting. Comment, ask us questions. That's what we're here for. And we'll open up for more questions too. So feel free. I love the interaction. I think it's really fun when we can all come together in this virtual space. So there is a starter kit actually that has a lot of the oils that Whitney and I talked about today. So it's got a diffuser, this really pretty petal diffuser here, which I love. I have 3 of these in our home, and we have one in our bedroom and one in our living room and one in my office. But the diffusing is really nice. As we mentioned, diffusing is going to be the best to really help you with emotional support. It's got the lavender that we talked about, the peppermint, the frankincense, and the lemon. So all of those oils that we highlighted. Also has melaleuca. Melaleuca is tea tree oil. This is really, really great to boost your immune system, to help if you have ear discomfort, especially as we go into the winter and the fall season. Melaleuca is a really nice one to have on hand and support you. It also has oregano. This is the oil that Rosalind was mentioning that is really helping with her daughter right now. Oregano is awesome. Big guns for immune support that you can use and apply. And that's what I love about the oils is doTERRAs are safe for internal use. So you can even put them in a little veggie cap or take it internally. But oregano is really nice to have on hand when you need it. And then there's a couple blends that you can use. So we have Breathe, which is the respiratory blend. Interestingly enough, emotionally, this is a really great oil to help with grief. But a lot of people love this to support them during the change of seasons. If you're getting sniffly, if you're just feeling more backed up with that, Breathe opens up your airways and your respiratory system. So very similar, like Whitney says she loves to put peppermint on before she works out. You could do a drop of peppermint on your tongue and put some Breathe, and frankincense is my favorite over the chest. Really, really nice to just open up your airways with seasonal changes. Maybe you're sensitive to pollen or trees or mold or things. It's great to support you. Digesten is another blend. So this one's really nice for digestive support. Emotionally, it's for when you bite off more than you chew. So if you feel overwhelmed, none of us feel overwhelmed, right? From time to time. So this is a really great one. Maybe you ate too much. Thanksgiving's just around the corner, things like that. Traveling, always good for some digestive support. You can take it internally or on your tummy, apply right there. And that's what I love about the oils. You can take them internally, or maybe you just want to apply things topically. It's so nice to have options for you. On Guard. Oh, we love On Guard. We say On Guard smells like Christmas, cleans like bleach. It is a power-packed punch, especially as we go into fall and wintertime. And it smells like amazing because it has wild orange and clove and cinnamon and rosemary. So it's better for you than those candles that are disrupting our hormones. And it's such an amazing, amazing smell. And you can use it for so many things, from cleaning and sanitizing your surfaces in your kitchen. Say we cooked with raw chicken. I do a little spray bottle with On Guard and water and spray down the surfaces. Works really nicely. And last but not least, Deep Blue. Deep Blue is all things aches, discomfort. If you're feeling any of that, whether that's muscles or joints or maybe head tension or neck tension, you just put a couple drops on and apply it right to where it hurts, and it works really, really nicely. So these are the top 10 oils. This is the most popular starter kit that people get started with because about 80% of our health and wellness goals can be addressed with one of these oils, whether that's digestive issues, respiratory issues, supporting your immune system, supporting your mood, aches or discomfort, anything like that, sleep. This one's got you covered with a diffuser and all of the things. And this is actually $275. And just this month, doTERRA has actually sweetened the deal where you get 3 citrus oils. Oh, Rosalind, yes, Whitney will reach out to you for sure. She will totally hook you up with this, which is so nice. And we just talked about how the citrus oils really, really help if you're having those low moods, feeling down, anything like that. And there's 3 very special oils, and these are oils that you can't purchase from doTERRA. They brought them out of the vault for us just for this month, so we are all really excited. But one is kumquat. And kumquat is a really nice oil. We cook with this. Tastes amazing in water, great to diffuse. and is a really nice one. Actually, there's some interesting research from Texas A&M University about how kumquat, when taken internally, helps support your immune system, and it actually helps with healthy cells. So we know if we have unhealthy cellular growth, that's not a good thing. And the body does apoptosis, where it actually, if a cell's unhealthy, it needs to go, it needs to die. So the essential oil can kind of help with that. Or if it's a healthy cell, we want it to thrive. So I love the citruses. They're high in limonene, and it really helps to detoxify the body, support your liver and kidneys, and also your digestion. So this is me getting nerdy and geeking out here a little bit. Red mandarin. Red mandarin is very sweet. It tastes amazing. I make paleo brownies and I put a couple drops of red mandarin, or like in your hot chocolate. It's really, really yummy to have on hand and use as well. Put it in your water, diffuse it, diffuse any of the citruses, and then clementine, which is another beautiful citrus oil. And all of these you could put in your water, you could cook with, you could make some really amazing, citruses go really great with chocolate. Love like dark chocolate and citruses, or maybe in your chocolate chip cookies or something, which is really nice. But those 3 citrus oils that we can't purchase, and then a car diffuser, which is really nice. And why you would want a car diffuser? Well, it has a USB port, so you could actually hook that up to your laptop, have a little diffuser going at your work, at your office, to get that aromatic support and also cleanse and purify the air, which is really, really nice. But maybe you, like, for example, I was in a car accident a couple summers ago, and I had a lot of anxious feelings when driving after that. So diffusing, I would diffuse lavender and frankincense, and it really helped me to stay calm with that. Or maybe you've got a long road trip, maybe you're traveling for the holidays, and that can, instead of grabbing the sugar or the caffeine, you could put some lemon and peppermint and frankincense to energize you and help with focus and all of those things. So that's a really nice one too. And this is an awesome bundle that is free, these 3 oils and the car diffuser with this kit, which is really awesome. And what we provide, we have a really amazing tribe. So you guys are here on Facebook. We have a private Facebook group called the All's Well That Oils Well group, where we do regular education and support. I'm teaching a class this month on estrogen and women's health, and Whitney's teaching classes, and we all work as a team to give you that continued education and support, because there's a lot of people out there selling a product. There's not as many people out there that are passionate to educate their people. And I know Whitney is going to hop on a call with you when you get started and walk you through exactly how to use your oils and teach you how to dilute your oils safely for kids, how to make sure your diffuser's working good, how to clean that. And then we have that regular education and support with that, which is really awesome. So that's kind of the big difference with what we do and what we provide. But if you have any questions, if now is the right time, if you're kind of looking to take back your health and wellness, or even just simply reduce your toxic load, reach out to Whitney. She would love to help and serve you and guide you. And I know from my own personal journey, I was actually really sick with cancer. I had a sarcoma in my abdomen, and that's what brought me into this world of looking for holistic options and integrative medicine, and changing my diet and looking at the chemicals that I was using on my body, in our cleaning products, spraying in our home, cleaning our home with. And the essential oils were so beautiful because they supported me physically, but also emotionally. And these are going to last a really long time. These are the big bottles. So there's about 250 drops in each bottle. This is going to last you months and months and months. And Whitney's going to teach you how to dilute, which stretches your dollar and saves that anymore. So reach out to her. Whitney, anything that I missed or that you want to add?
I don't think so. No. If anybody has any questions now, feel free to ask. If you want to ask me in off of camera, that's fine too. Whatever resonates with you. No, I just want to thank everybody for joining, and I hope that everyone learned something. Or if you have, like I said, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me or ask right now. We are going to kind of leave it open for a little bit longer just to see if any of y'all have any questions. But yes, I would love to serve and educate you. And like Laura was talking about, teach you how to use the oils and what to do. When I first started doTERRA, I didn't really have that, so everything I learned was kind of on my own. So I'm glad that I found Dr. Laura and her group, and the page that we have, the All That Oils All, it's amazing. There's um, so many people that post in there, and my favorite thing to do is if I have something going on that I don't really know what to do, I go to that group and I just type it in, and most generally something pops up, either a past video or a past post, and so I can get education right there, just like you guys would. So that's what I love about our tribe is, like Laura was saying, we really want to educate you so you know how to use the oils when you get them, and you don't just get them and they sit on the shelf for a month and you don't ever open the box or something like that. So
Yeah, so true. We promise we will not let your oils collect dust. And not only when you go with somebody like through doTERRA, and doTERRA chose this option because they knew that people would need education and one-on-one support with this. doTERRA could have chose to sell their oils at a Whole Foods or Natural Grocers or something, but they knew that people wouldn't get that one-on-one support with that model. And so that's what we really provide, because the oils that you get at the health food store, they're not high quality, they're not therapeutic grade, they're oftentimes adulterated, and we don't know better. I started with the now oils from the health food store. And when you know better, you do better, and was introduced to doTERRA, and I started noticing results, consistent results every time I was using the oil. And that's a big, big difference with that. And so important. You're empowered and you've got people to support you and help you out. So this is really an awesome time. Usually people are coming to oils, and I love these top 10 oils, but they're coming to oils reactively, like they are feeling under the weather or something happened. And I really like to empower people. This is a great, whether that's sleep or stress or feeling under the weather or just to boost your immune system. There's so much that we can do preventatively to have on hand with the oils, and it's nice to have a tool and a resource at your fingertips, and when you're getting that education and support, so that you feel empowered and you know how to take care and address the situation right when it comes. And the oils are the first thing that we use in our home, the first thing that we grab, whether that's I got too close to the stove cooking dinner, my husband says, okay, I'll go get the lavender. And he brings it to me, and it's just nice to have these tools, and they're safe for our children, safe to use with dilution. Even my nephew is 3 months old. We use oils on him every day. So it's nice to have these tools. You guys are pretty quiet. Any other questions? Feel free to comment. And thank you for being here or catching the replay. We
yeah.
we love that you guys are open to learning a little bit more about how to empower your health and your wellness.
Yeah, so if nobody has any questions, I guess we'll go ahead and wrap it up. Once again, I want to thank all of you for joining today. And if you have any questions, reach out to me. Rosalind, I will message you after the class ends. And other than that, thanks everybody for being on here. I'm glad everybody got to make it today.
Yes, thank you guys so much. Have a great rest
Bye.
of your day.
Yes. Bye,
Bye.
guys.